Hey guys, this is Ashutosh presenting before the assignment 7. So these are the questions of assignment 7. So the first question is create a document on waterfall model and explain each phase in your own words. So let's go to the waterfall model. So before understanding waterfall model, let us first understand what are these models. So these models are basically SDLC model. So what is SDLC model? Software development lifecycle. So what is software development lifecycle? So basically software development lifecycle is a step-by-step procedure by which we develop a software or by which a software is developed. So what is in SDLC models, there are also different kinds of models. So among that, so this is a waterfall model. So what is a waterfall model? It is a type of SDLC model, and it has some phases in it. By following these phases, we develop any software or any application. So the first stage is requirement collection or requirement gathering. So in this phase, what happens is the customer, we go to the customer comes to the company, and as it means that the business analyst basically collects all the requirements from the customer or the client. And after that, the requirement is basically analyzed. The requirement is analyzed by a team, the team which will work for that. In the team, it may consist of the developer, the QA, the tester, and the team lead, and many more. So these people will together sit and discuss about the requirement and what are the things they will be requiring to complete this project. So the third stage is development. So in the development part, basically the design is being done, the high level design, the low level design. These things are done, and after that, after designing, means the developer develops the software for it. Basically, they do the coding part, and after coding, they integrate. Means they have done the coding in some small parts or small modules. So after that, they are just integrating that module, and they are making it one. So after integration, when our software product is almost ready, so we are going to give it to the testing team so that a testing can be performed and all the bugs which are coming that should be detected and resolved. So after the testing part, we just handle the software to our client, and after handling the software, we also take care of the maintenance. Means if there is some issue in the product, if there is any problem occurring or any bug, so these kind of things are also maintained by the development company only. So this is basically the waterfall model. And where we use waterfall model is where the requirements are not going to change in between, and where the customer is confident in waterfall model, and also where no type of means, any changes are going to take place in between the development of the software. And there are some disadvantages of waterfall model is that backtracking is not possible. So once we have crossed the requirement analysis, that is the feasibility study phase, we cannot just go back and change our requirements. So that if we are doing so, we will have to completely change the software, and we will have to just redo the same thing again. So this is all about the waterfall model, and some examples are Xerox machine, X-ray machine. So these types of softwares or applications are developed by using waterfall model. So the second question is explain V model. So basically, V model is also called as the verification and validation model, because in this phase, parallel deliverable exists. So what is the meaning of parallel deliverable? Means two tasks are taking place at the same time. So here what happens is the development cycle is going on, and on the same time, the tester cycle is also going on. So as a part of it, means as a small documents are as a small parts are being developed, and simultaneously it is being tested also. So the first part is business in the developer cycles is business requirement specification. So what is this? This is basically a document which the customer gives to the company. In this document, it is everything is written, means what is its requirements and everything. So and simultaneously on the right hand side, you can see that this is an acceptance testing. So this is nothing but basically it is an user acceptance testing, where the user will see or he will decide how the product will actually look. So the second part is the system requirement specification. This is basically a technical document in which all the types of software required and all the types of resources that will be required are basically written in that. And this is also called as SRS document. So after that, this is a high level design. So high level design is nothing but this is basically an overview of the actual software product. And low level design is nothing but it is basically the critical parts and the basic things of the software product is being considered. After that, coding part is there, where the developers will code and write the software coding they do. And after that, the testing part starts. So what means simultaneously it has also started. So this is the unit testing. So unit testing is basically a type of testing which is done by software tester. In this, they basically test the software into small parts, and they test each part independently so that they can fix any bugs or errors found in that. After that comes the integration testing. In the integration testing, more than one modules are combined, or the data flow between the two modules are checked. After that comes the system testing. So system testing is nothing but end-to-end testing of any software or any application. So that is called as the system testing. And after that is the acceptance testing. As I said previously, this is basically a user acceptance testing, where the tester will check the software product according to the requirement of the client or the customer. Okay, so basically one more testing will be included in this phase that is not being shown here. That is the functional testing. So in functional testing, we test the functionality. Deeply we test each and every functionality of the software product so that no bugs or any errors are being present during the deployment of the software. So this is all about V&V model. And when can we go for V&V model is when the customer is confident that about the software product, then we go for V model. So the third question is, what is Agile methodology? Create document on Agile methodology and explain it properly. So basically, Agile methodology is a type of methodology which is used for the development of a project. So a big project is basically divided into sprints, or you can say modules or parts. So a big project is divided into small parts, and it is being given to different teams for the development. So we call it a sprint. So one part is called a sprint. So basically what happens is in sprint one, or we say in a sprint, what happens is basically we plan, we design, we build, we test, we review, and we analyze. So basically the analyze part is what we have to do. Means we have to just do the testing. So in this process, what happens is every file, means every sprint is individual, and the same process means a team works means for the development of each sprint. So it means the software is being developed into small chunks or small sprints. So after one sprint is means the development of one sprint is being done, it is launched, it is analyzed, and it is being launched to use. And after that, we do the same process with the second sprint. So we do everything like testing, coding, implementation, review, design and everything we do for the second sprint also, and we just post it also with the previous one. Later on, we just make n number of sprints, whatever the number is required for us. And after doing that, we just integrate this into a single system, which we have already deployed. And this way, this process, the whole process works. So what are the advantages of this process? Is the customer can come to the development team, the development company at any time by changing the requirements or by the new requirements. So as the market changes from day to day, so this can be very beneficial for companies or for the customers who really wants to uh, develop good software. So because in this phase is what, for example, if we are giving a project, we are going a project to a company that we want this software to be developed in 1 year. So the company starts developing our project, but in after 6 months, we see that we need some more functionalities. We want to add some more features in that project. So this is not possible in waterfall model or V&V model, but this is possible in agile model. So what happens is we can just go to the company and we can say that company, now we want one more requirement. I have one more requirement. I want this one more feature in my software product. So you can add this too. So the company will happily accept the changes and they will accordingly work for the changes. And later on, we can develop the software according to our need. So basically, in agile methodology, we don't basically know that after 1 year how our software will look. So this is very beneficial. This is a very beneficial, or we can say we can go for this agile methodology when our project is very big and when we don't have any idea that how our software product will actually look after being development. So this is a very important and this is a rapidly used technology or methodology. So in this also there are the same stages, like we plan, then we design. The design can be of high level design and low level design. Then we build can be of build is nothing but a small part, or the development phase, which we do the coding part. In this part we basically code, means we basically design, create the original application, and after that the application which is created is being given to the testing team. So the testing team just tests the software and finds any errors or any problems are there. If there is any error or problem, they just give it back to the development team and they just rectify the error and send it again for testing. Again this process continues. So if when the software is completely free of bugs and errors, then we give it to the review team. Means the customer will review and analyze, and similarly we can just launch the software. So these are basically the process of agile methodology. So these are different stages which we have discussed in the previous slide. So we plan, we design, we develop, we test, we release, and then we take the feedback. And according to the feedback, we just work for the another module or the another sprint. So basically, agile methodology has many advantages. The advantages are that the company can change the requirement changes, can take the requirement changes at any time, and also whenever this agile methodology helps in keeping the track of the market. So we are not getting outdated, and we can just update ourselves by the need and requirement of the company, and also many more. So this is all about my assignment 7. Thank you so much.